This week, we head to Montana to show you the amazing places we've found. And we get pulled over by a park ranger.
This is the 7-day stay.
Later, I'll share with you how we found all these places we've stayed for free. So click that like button and let's get going.
Hey guys, we made it up here to Montana after a nice lazy stay at Dillon Reservoir. Katie's learning how to fly the drone today. Maybe we'll get a flyby. She's very focused. I think the Idaho adventure at the hot springs made us pretty lazy and just kind of want to hang out and do nothing, so we spent the week doing nothing. We're up here now at Fish Creek, and this place is absolutely gorgeous. We're down within kind of the valley of two mountains that are next to us that are pretty close, and at the base of that, which you could probably hear in the background, is Fish Creek. And when we got here, immediately Katie just goes flipping into a bikini. Does it feel like you're laying in snow?
No.
I feel like she's lying to us.
You're definitely never going in though.
You know the movie The River Runs Through It? This is pretty much where I figure it was filmed. Yeah, it was pretty funny. We're gonna go explore, check out some Fish Creek.
Welcome back to another episode of Not Prepared and Barely Know Where We Are.
Thank you again to the RV community for keeping up on all their little notes on iOverlander, helping us find a super awesome place. Another super awesome place. We really scored the last couple times with the campgrounds that we've found that were either small dirt lots like the ones that we're on right now, or full campgrounds that were free for 14 days. So if you want to get out here into the wilderness and possibly find some grizzly bears, some elk, find a couple huckleberries, which is apparently the state fruit of Montana.
I need to have a huckleberry something.
Yes.
A donut, a pastry.
Ooh, donut.
Jelly?
Oh man,
Jelly
a
donut,
huckleberry donut. Oh,
Huckleberry jelly filled?
that'd be so good.
Where the hell are those? Not trying to get our hopes up for donuts because we haven't seen too many donut stores. We don't count Dunkin' Donuts and all that.
Ooh,
Family owned.
man, there's some fighting words right there. Don't get mad. We're just not Dunkin' fans.
Yeah.
Well, we're only stopping here for a week, and then we're heading up farther north up to Kalispell. So hopefully between here and there or there we could find a huckleberry jelly-filled donut. Tree hugger.
That trophy, that bark is
So how tall are you?
5'7".
It's about 5'7" across.
This place is so gorgeous. There's a river walking distance 5 minutes from where we're staying. We'll take you down there later. Is this a frog haven? Do you know something, April?
I only know about Montana. A little bit. From a guy that I used to work with and a couple other mates that have been at the old studio from time to time. I don't know a whole lot. All I know is it's amazing to be here. Places like this that make me really happy that we're solar dependent. All we hear is the running river and the birds chirping and no generators. We have a whole episode on that coming out next. We were originally going to keep driving down this road to find another campsite because we saw one person in the campsite that we're in. But yeah, I'm glad we didn't because we would have been following it until the end to be able to turn back around. Katie's always taking flower photos. She loves flowers. She paints them really nice too.
I'm gonna paint that moth that I took a picture of for the last spot.
What?
I'm gonna start that tomorrow.
I don't know if you guys are ever interested in just seeing paintings we do, but we'll throw them up from time to time. We won't make a whole long video out of them, but we'll at least throw up some progress photos here and there and show you how we enjoy our days sometimes.
Every place you look just looks like a different Bob Ross painting.
Maybe there's a happy tree, evergreen tree. He lives right there.
So many happy little trees.
Montana is also known for being grizzly bear country.
I think if there were any grizzly bears in a 5-mile radius, they would have come in when we were making fajitas last night. I didn't bring my pepper spray for a bear. I forgot it.
You have bear spray?
I'll have pepper spray for humans, but better than not having anything. We have a selfie stick and that's about it.
Yeah.
That's our bear awareness.
And you know what that old saying is, right? I just have to be faster than you.
You are faster than me.
I wouldn't leave you behind.
Yeah, you can if you want.
No way, man.
I don't know what I'd do. I would just panic. Do the wrong thing. I just want to get close to the river to look for some frogs and toads.
It's always good to have a little sign like this telling you what to do just as a refresher.
So one of the most difficult things about keeping food in bear-safe containers and storage is that apparently a very smart bear and a very drunk person have a huge overlap in intelligence. So I'm gonna see how long it takes Brian to open up this bear box. Hey, go!
So what I would tell you is if you folks plan on staying here for a duration, obviously it's a 7-day stay.
Okay.
Yeah, you bet. You guys enjoy your trip.
Yeah,
Take
thank
care.
you.
Be safe out here.
Thank you for what you do. We really appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Hey, one last question. Have you folks seen anybody that looks like they're hunting at all? Wearing flames orange vests, running dogs?
Now the other day we saw 2 fishermen and that was it. And that's all we've seen other than the guy camping next to us. We just got pulled over walking by a ranger as we were trying to find access. And he was just curious to know if we were staying here in these campgrounds that we found because they need a different licensing than where we're at. Where we're at is state park and this is I think fishing and game.
Yeah.
So he just wanted to talk to us about it and make sure that we were all up to specs and you know what our plans were. It was really nice.
And we're not staying in the place where that is required, but it is a $10 fee for the permit for the entire year for all of these spaces in the state of Montana, which, wow, that's a great deal, especially after seeing these spots.
Let the frog hunting begin.
Don't let the ranger hear you say that.
Here we see the young, beautiful female researcher trekking over wild rivers, following her intuition and where the frogs.
Immediately distracted by butterflies.
One of my goals while we're up here in the north, see a beaver, a moose, and you wanted to see
Hedgehog.
the hedgehog. Those are our goals. My bear worries are confirmed after talking with the ranger, who said that this area has quite a few black bear. So always something to just kind of keep your head up, scan the area, see if you see any shrubs moving.
If it looks like spinach bog water soup, it means there might be a frog. Hopefully I don't fall in and become a frog. It might be the better frog spotter though. I saw it last time. Come on, frog.
Feels like you're standing on ice cubes, or you have your feet in ice cubes right now.
With the butterflies, there's 2 different species of bees drinking water as well. You got spider webs on your lens. Sorry, I was distracted by that. Let me take care of you guys. Were you getting some close-ups?
Everybody say thanks, Katie. You know, when I was a kid, my family was from Paradise Cove, Malibu. And I remember running around on one of the fire roads, my brother, my cousin, and I. And they had eucalyptus trees in Paradise Cove before the big fire, I think in like 1980. The trees, every spring, were completely covered in monarch butterflies, that they looked orange. The trees looked orange. And after the fire, I don't ever remember seeing that ever again. How about some lunch?
Oh, what are we having? Turkey sandwich, fajitas?
Turkey sandwich.
Ooh, perfect for a hot day.
Yeah. We're having issues with the plants right now. Somehow they have accumulated hundreds of gnats. So we have now put them outside. Katie's done some research. Do you think she's found a cure to help get rid of them? Because they are everywhere. So we're dealing with that right now. You know, the little things in life that are just so upsetting. One of the cool things here as we wind down the evening is the valley we're in. You can hear the wind coming about 2 minutes before it actually gets to us. You can hear all the trees start rustling. Wrestling? It's kind of creepy. It's really cool, but it is kind of creepy when the wind finally gets to you and all the trees are really in full motion. You can hear all the leaves. You can hear all the wind coming through the trees. I think it's a perfect night to watch a scary movie.
Yeah, maybe one that takes place in the woods.
Yeah. Anybody have any opinions on a scary movie? I think we've pretty much seen them all.
Yeah, we'll take any foreign films, any horror or sci-fi films. If they're so bad they're hilarious, we'll watch those too.
My worst horror movie that I've ever seen was Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town with Billy Bob Thornton. He's great in it. He's still Billy Bob Thornton. He's still the exact same individual. Yeah. So, but don't watch it.
So as many of you may know, we've been traveling from Arizona up to Idaho, Utah, now Montana, and eventually Canada. So the majority of the places we've been staying at have been for free, whether that's campsites that are available or just boondocking, dry camping, which is just flat land and wilderness with no amenities. There's a big range of places available that have bathrooms, picnic tables, and fire pits, or just completely bare bones, just a free place to stay. Today I'm going to walk you through how we kind of plan out how we're going to get to those spots. How do we even find those spots to begin with? And where do we dump and fill up on our way? And by dump, I mean dumping our sewage and gray water and picking up fresh water and groceries sometimes. So the first thing we do is we plan the route we're going to take. Because we are towing a fifth wheel, we need to be mindful of what roads we can go on and where we will fit. In order to do that, we use the app called Hammer. It's a trucking app, which is fantastic. It has been amazing. We put in our dimensions of how big our rig is and plug in our destination, and it will give us options for where we want to go and gives us the different routes, so we can choose if we want to go a short route but it has a bit of an incline, or if we don't mind taking our time where it's relatively flat. Once we know the route that we're going to take, the main app that we use is iOverlander. There are so many things that you can filter and look for. We need to find where we're going to dump, and we always try to do that as soon as we can, so we can just be driving the majority of the trip with the lightest weight possible. We find where we're actually going to stay, and then we find where we're going to get water, and sometimes groceries. So what we have selected here is wild camping, water, and sanitation dump station. And we're staying somewhere in Alberton right here. There's a legend here that shows you everything. So we're looking for water, sanitation dump, and the cute little moon in tent for wild camping. This one is sanitation dump, and it has little details about it at a glance. And it's good to always look at the details for these. So you can click on the little icon, gives you the GPS, and then you can go over here, which is the most important, helpful part, is looking up the check-ins. And these are important because that will give you updates if prices have changed, if they're still open, or if they're open seasonally. There are other apps out there, and we used a couple of those, but we just always ended up falling back on iOverlander, to be honest. It just has a really good database and a really good history of people leaving comments. Another great feature for iOverlander is that you can favorite items, which is great for if you find a place that you want to come back to, or if there's an area that has a ton of spots and you just want to make sure that you remember the specific one that you really wanted to go to. Once we find ones that we like, what I like to do is to copy and paste the GPS coordinates from iOverlander onto Google Maps to just double check the GPS coordinate lines up with accurate information on Google Maps. There have been times where the GPS coordinates on iOverlander were in someone's house or a random field. So I think someone just maybe messed up a number, or I don't know what went wrong there, but I always personally double check because we have gone to an address that was in a neighborhood and not a park. And this is mostly important for where we're going for wild camping, because we want to see if the pin definitely is where we want to go. And then I like to get a street view, the road, because we are a fifth wheel. It's nice to see the condition of the road. Google Maps is great for that. We are not doing the paid version of any of these apps. So yes, they are all free for everyone to use. There are free spots out there. You can camp. You can do it for free. There are places with toilets and other amenities for free, so you don't always have to pay to stay. But yeah, that's it. And I hope this helped you figure out how to plan your trip. And I want you to get out there and enjoy some nature. But yeah, thanks for listening.
They go 24/7, and I know that.
Bumblebee tried to climb in my shirt.